In my place, there are various things we do with this leaf. It's a miracle leaf. If you pluck it and you put it in your mouth, you realize that it is so bitter. I don't know uh, which is more bitter between this and aloe vera, but it is very, very bitter. But when you squeeze it and you wash properly, it turns out to be something that is beneficial. You can make a sumptuous soup with this leaf after you have washed and squeezed it. You know, if you go through the right process, it gives you a very sweet, very, very delicious pot of soup. But aside that, when I was growing up, there were other things that the elders in my place could do with this leaf. For instance, if you had minor injury, a small cut, you could squeeze this leaf, wash, squeeze, and apply the fluid on the wound. Give it a little time, the bleeding stops. Then I remember whenever you complained that you peed too much, uh, some of the elders, especially my mother, would pluck some, maybe a handful, squeeze out the bitterness. Normally, she threw away the first extract. Then the second one, she gives you to drink. Once you take it, I can assure you that for some days, anything that has to do with frequent urination stops automatically. Now, there have been stories told by people who said that they took it whenever they suspect that they had malaria. So for them, it's a malaria medicine. Though I have never ever depended on it as my malaria medicine. Whenever I am down with malaria or fever, first of all, I go to the lab, and if I have it, I get myself treated properly by buying the required approved drugs. So, but I'm just trying to tell you what I know. I've heard people say they do with this leaf. There are so many other things you can do with it. You can also use it to cook other soup like okra, egusi, you name it. Yeah, personally, sometimes when I feel like it, when I crave for it, I use it to cook porridge. You know, just add a little quantity and it gives the porridge a very nice taste. Yes, so today I got the kids in our house. We entered the farm and we started plucking. Normally, I love to pluck myself. That is when I have access to it. I love to pluck, wash, sun dry, do the process myself. It's very, very stressful. I can tell you, very, very stressful, but I enjoy it. And I love it more. And my pot of soup testifies, to the goodness of it. How do I mean? When I buy bitterleaf from the market, yes, I can make a pot of soup with it. But truth is, when I get the bitterleaf from the farm myself and I squeeze, I process it myself, my pot of soup is always different. So here we are. I'm trying to sun it. Now, the reason that you sun dry this thing, according to some of the elders in my places, it helps the bitter leaf not to, break. If you don't sun dry it for some hours, maybe, when you are squeezing it, it becomes pieces in a way that you may not like. But when you sun dry it, you like the texture and consistency better. So it's a very delicious soup I am going to make, and I hope you test it one day. The process is very stressful, as I said. That is why so many people prefer to buy from the market. If you have questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Also, support my page in any way you can. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much.
Mba, agwala ebube bewekwa. Ọ sị na spaghetti and akwa with okay. Ito na niyo. Orube, tipsi, orube kita. Yes, ma'am. What's going on?